Okay, I just want to do a little update video to my last pellet test. I put a new scope and scope rings on here, and I've gotten better groups with these now. That I replaced the original scope that was on here. It was just garbage. But I'm gonna retest a couple of these. I'm not gonna really shoot these today since I don't have a whole lot. I may shoot a couple of them, but I'm definitely gonna redo the accuracy test and the penetration and energy transfer on these today. Hopefully it won't be as long as my last video, but I'm gonna redo these just to give them a fair shake. Alright, the accuracy test is going to be pretty much the same as it was last time, except I'm going to do 3-shot groups in each one. Alright, just like last time, I'm going to start out with the gamo tomahawks. Okay, well, I'm about to be testing the gamo rockets, and while I was looking at them, about to pick one up and load it, this is what I found in there. Found that laying in the tin. Ooh. They need to fix their quality control. Let's test these out. Alright, about to test the accuracy of the TS10s. Hopefully they can do a little bit better than they've been. They're still pretty loose when loading. I gotta figure out something. I may do a little bit more testing with these. Alright, let's get to the shooting. Alright, as expected, I didn't expect the TS10s to do very well. Let's calipers out, make sure they're zeroed. Alright, let's see, how big of a, let's see, get this better out. It's hard to do this one-handed. Alright, 3.15 inches. The tomahawks did just about 0.7 inches. That's a pretty good group. Rockets, they did just roughly 1.8 inches. If I can get that lined up right. Yeah, 1.8 inches. Accuracy got a little bit better with the tomahawks. These were 3 inches in the last video, and these were about 4 inches, but these, like I said, they're really loose fitting, and the skirts aren't very consistent. The tomahawks are pretty good at consistency. But let's move on to the penetration test. Alright, for my penetration test, I've decided to go with a piece of tin roofing that I cut out. Alright, that was the tomahawk. This was the gamo rocket and the TS10s. They all three went through that pretty good. Yeah, that's what the back looks like. Looks like they all three had enough punch to still go into the wood. Alright. Alright, last time since I couldn't catch the TS10s, I have 7 cans set up to see if I can capture it, if I can even hit the cans. Alright, just shot the TS10. Let's see how deep it went. Here's the first can. Here's the second one. Third. Fourth. Oh, is it in this one? No? Okay, so it bounced off somewhere. That's what it looks like. But it went through 4 and almost had the energy to hit punch through number 5. I'm gonna look around, see if I can find it laying on the ground. I'll be right back. Alright, well, I couldn't find the TS10 again. One of these days I will capture one of them. But I'm about to shoot the gamo rockets. Alright, just shot the gamo rockets. This is the first can. Second can went all the way through. All the way through the third can. Let's see. It dented. Oh, I think it's in here. Yep, there it is. Right here. Oh, sorry, let me get in focus. Alright, there we go. Alright, I got 4 cans set up with the tomahawks. I'm pretty sure it'll only go through 3. Or at least into the third one, just like the first video. Alright, just shot the tomahawks again. Just like the first video, this one did a lot of energy transfer in the first can. But, like I suspected, it was going to be in the third can. Oh, I seen a piece of something fall out of it. Oh, there it is. Yeah. The ever bit so slight expansion, maybe. Alright, I have 1 can left, and I'm going to do a little bit of shooting on steel and give my conclusion on the pellets. Go ahead and slap this can with another one of these tomahawks. And I'm going to shoot some steel. Yeah. Oh, it slapped it good. Oop, there we go. I'm about to go for that little 2-inch steel gong out there on the right. Oh, move, rascal. You're in the firing range. Alright, about to slap that 2-inch steel gong. It does hit with quite a bit of authority, those tomahawks. Is it not going to spin back around? We'll slap that big 8-inch gong. I think it's 8 inches. Ooh, sure gives it a ring. do a couple more shots on this gong. Or let's see if I can hit that little one while it's sideways. Ooh, I did. Yeah. See, it's amazing what a new scope will do. If your gun's having problems, look at the scope and then try a bunch of different pellets and see which one shoots better in your pellet gun. I'm gonna shoot the bottom of that can. Alright. Hit just a little bit to the right. Do one more shot on the gong and I'll end the video after I give my little summary. One more good little ring on that big gong. Alright, well, after redoing these tests, these are still pretty accurate out of my gun. You may have better or worse results with either one of these, but I just can't seem to get these to group very well. Hopefully one of y'all can give me some tips and tricks on how to get these to shoot better, or I may just have to get another pellet gun and do another test one of these days with those. But for right now, these are pretty good for delivering a lot of energy on impact. And if you can get these to shoot or group a lot better than mine can, these will be really good for you, the rockets. But for right now, I'm going to stick with the tomahawks. So far, they're my favorites, and they're shooting really good out of my gun. Alright, well, that's my conclusion on these pellets. It just depends on which one shoots better out of your gun. Have a good day.